What's up, Radiant Icons, and welcome back to Dare to Be Iconic, the podcast made for icons daring to be themselves. I'm your host, Amanda Policelli, and you guys, we're back with brand new episodes. I know you have been waiting for it. I am so excited to deliver, and today's Tea Time Sesh is no exception. It is one of my most requested episode topics, and if you haven't guessed it by the title of this episode, well, we're spilling the tea on friendship breakups. But before we spill all that piping hot tea, make sure to connect with me on socials, on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Amanda Policelli _ and at Dare to Be Iconic _. And if you are on LinkedIn, because you know me, Radiant Icons, I love me some LinkedIn. It has truly changed my life. But anywho, if you are on LinkedIn, make sure to connect with me on there. It's Amanda Policelli, and all my socials are linked in the show notes below. And also, Radiant Icons, don't forget to secure your spot for Dare to Be Iconic's second masterclass, Daring to Be Confident, on April 19th. Tickets are now live on daretobeiconic.com, and I can't wait to see you there. So make sure to register today. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's talk about friendship breakups. Here's the thing. Friends are our lifeline in life. They are the people that get us through the really hard shit. And they are the people that we share amazing, joyful memories with. Our friendships are complex and complicated relationships. And yes, you can say that about any relationship, but friendships are special. Friendships are different because friendships are what get us through life. Our friends are the people we share our deepest, darkest secrets with. They are the people that we laugh about the stupidest shit with. They are the people that know you inside and out, upside and down. Our friends are the people that are attached to distinct memories in our lives. And when that friendship breaks or when that friendship shifts, that is hard to stomach. That is hard to navigate because it's like you're saying goodbye to a period of your life because those memories that are so ingrained in your mind and in your heart are attached to that person. Frankly, I think the power of friendship, as cheesy as it sounds, is so overlooked by mainstream media. And I don't know why no one talks about how hard it is to navigate friendship breakups or friendship shifts. I'm at a period in my life where a lot of my friendships are shifting, and that is hard to navigate. Yes, that person is still in my life, but in a different capacity than they once were. And I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that sometimes I look at these friendships that are shifting and I think back of how we first started our friendship and I think back of all those good times, and it makes me a little bit sad that this friendship is growing apart and that it's shifting because we as people are evolving and growing. And yes, that's okay, but no one talks about how do you navigate it? How do you deal with it? Because it's not easy, you guys. It's really, really hard. And that is what we're spilling the tea on today. How do you glow up from a friendship breakup? How do you move on and level up? How do you navigate these emotions that are complex and complicated? How do you do that? And in classic Amanda fashion, you know I have a 4-step plan. I love me a plan. And well, I'm going to share it here with you guys today. So, let's get into it. Are you ready, Radiant Icons? Because your tea time sesh is starting now. The first step in your friendship breakup glow up is acknowledging the pain and grief that you are currently experiencing. Just like any type of breakup that you go through in life, you are saying goodbye to a person. You are saying goodbye to a chapter of your life. And that person meant so much to you for X amount of months to X amount of years. They went through a lot of shit with you. There's a lot of history there. It is normal to feel pain. It is normal to feel hurt. It is normal to grieve that friendship and that person. That is so normal, you guys. And that is the first step in leveling up your emotional self awareness. As I mentioned in our intro for this episode, I'm currently in a season of my life where there's a lot of and friendship shifts are when you realize that you both are growing apart, but you don't want to let go of the relationship. You realize that the dynamics in your relationship are changing. Friendship shifts happen because you both are evolving as people. Sometimes it does hurt my heart to see how the dynamics of a friendship have changed. I've had this friend for over a decade at this point in my life. And, you know, for the last couple of years, we've been going through a friendship shift. And I don't know if she's feeling it. And frankly, I'm too scared to have that conversation. I don't want to have that conversation because it's very daunting. But, you know, maybe I do need to have it because I look back at the start of our friendship and I look back at all the memories that we've had together. And you can tell the exact moment where the friendship dynamic has changed. And and that's painful and that's hard to navigate. However, as hard as it was for me to digest that information and to acknowledge the pain and to kind of grieve that friendship, grieve what it used to be, I had to acknowledge it in order for me to move on and level up. And the same can go for friendship breakups. I think friendship breakups are so hurtful because we feel so deeply as humans. And when we trust someone with every fiber of our being, for good or for bad, and they're there through the thick of it and the thin of it, it is hard to say goodbye. But when it comes to a friendship breakup or a friendship shift, you need to acknowledge the pain you are experiencing, you need to acknowledge the hurt that you are experiencing, and you need to acknowledge the grief. It is real, it is normal, and you have to do it in order for you to level up in your emotional self awareness. So, now that we've acknowledged the pain and the grief, it is time for us to level up emotionally and mentally. It is time for us to start healing, to start moving on, and that all starts with a mindset shift. And you guys know that I love me a mindset shift. In fact, I solely accredit my Dare to Be Iconic journey starting because I retrained my brain and reframed my mindset. By taking in my case, moments of gratitude, it allowed me to start thinking more positively. Because before this Dare to Be Iconic journey, I was not thinking positively. This Amanda today was not there. And that's okay. We love growth, we love her. But in this case, when it comes to this friendship breakup, you need to start with a mindset shift. This breakup happened for a reason. You need to see this breakup as not only a clean slate to start anew, right? But you also need to see it as an opportunity for you to personally grow. And that all starts with reframing your mindset. You need to see this as an opportunity for growth, for an opportunity to have some self reflection, to have some self awareness. Why did this friendship breakup happen? What was your part in it? No one likes to own up to what they did wrong to cause a certain situation or event to happen. Trust me, I know. But in order for me to move on in any type of breakup in my life, I had to acknowledge my part in it. We are not perfect. In fact, we are imperfectly iconic, as you guys remember from season one. We need to accept all of our flaws, which means we need to own up to what we did wrong. We need to hold ourselves accountable. And that's not easy. And that's really, really hard. But you got to do it in order to move on and level up emotionally and mentally. That is just the matter of fact. So when it comes to shifting your mindset, start with easy tasks and build it up. Because again, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, Radiant Icons. In order for you to shift your mindset, it's not going to happen overnight. Healing is a roller coaster. Damn, I'm really bringing out all the season one references, you guys. But like, honestly, all of this healing, all of this moving on, all of this leveling up emotionally and mentally will not happen overnight. But the first thing that you can do for yourself in order to level up, in order to blow up, in order to truly start healing, even though it's a roller coaster journey, is you need to shift your mindset. You need to reframe your thoughts. You need to retrain your brain. You need to acknowledge and hold yourself accountable for what you played a part of in this breakup. You got to do it. Another strategy when it comes to healing and moving on and starting that leveling up process is setting boundaries. And I know we've spoken about boundaries before on here, and I know I've also said they're not easy. They are complicated to set, and it's a lot of trial and error, seeing what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But when it comes to this aftermath of a friendship breakup and starting that leveling up process, try setting boundaries. Try seeing what works for you. Maybe that's what happened in your last friendship and why it had to end, right? Maybe boundaries weren't being established. Let's try that out in the next one. Let's see how we can learn. Let's see how we can grow from it. Because every breakup, every goodbye that you say in life happens for a reason. There is a reason you say goodbye to people. There is a reason why people come into your life for certain periods or seasons. There is a reason, there is a lesson to all of this madness. And maybe that friendship breakup happened because both of you weren't establishing boundaries. And maybe that's a realization that you're able to take from that breakup and put that towards another friendship. Maybe that's what you learn from that person, that you need to set harder boundaries when it comes to friendships. And that's okay. That's okay that you didn't realize that until that friendship ended. But all you can do now is take that to the next friendship that you go into and try it out and see. And if that's not the reason why, let's take something else and apply it to the new friendship. There's so many reasons why friendship breakups happen. There's so many reasons, you guys. I've had friends ghost me. I had friends where we fought about the stupidest shit and we just ended up not being in each other's lives. But what I took from every friendship breakup that has happened in my life is I've tried to pick apart, what did I do wrong? What did I contribute to this breakup? And how can I take it and apply it to other friendships in my life? I had one of my best friends from high school ghost me out of nowhere. Just one day, she stopped talking to me. And at the time, that really, really hurt. Like, that shit sucked, okay? To be so frank with you guys, that shit sucked. It hurt like hell. And I didn't know why, because she never gave me closure. And maybe that's a running theme in my life when you look at my ex boyfriends. But you know what? We're going to ignore that right now because we're talking about romantic relationships next week. But in friendship breakups, that one friend that was my best friend for my entire high school career and then some into college, right? That's like 7, 8 years of my life. She just stopped talking to me out of nowhere. And as much as it hurt and as painful as it was, after I grieved that friendship, I had to take a step back and ask myself the hard questions. Why did this friendship end? How did I contribute to this? And once I picked apart the reasons as to maybe how I contributed, I was able to take those lessons, take everything that I realized, and do better and be better for my other friendships that are still in my life. And that's what step 2 is all about. Here's the thing with step 3. It's a little bit controversial, so let's get into it. Step 3 is the importance of friendships that align with your values. And a lot of people think that this is about judgment. No, 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 no. Step 3 is all about seeing if your friendships elevate you. All of your friendships in life should make you want to be a better person. They should inspire you to be better. If your friendships are not elevating you, You do not want it, point blank and period. And in fact, it is okay for you to craft your community, to craft your circle into a supportive, aligned environment. Because frankly, at the end of the day, you are who you surround yourself with. You are who you hang out with. And maybe a lot of people don't agree with it, and that's okay. But personally think, if you are on this journey of glowing up and leveling up and moving on, you need to take a hard look at your past friendships, right? What happened? What went wrong? That's step 2. Okay, great. We've done that. To go to step 3, in order for you to truly level up, you've already realized what went wrong in that breakup, and you're going to take that and apply it into other areas of your life. Great, that's perfect. You need to apply it to the friendships that are already going on in your life. You need to evaluate each friendship and ask yourself, does this friendship elevate me? Where can I do better? Does it make me want to be better? Does it inspire me to be better? How can I be better in this relationship? What is the value that I am gaining? If you are not gaining value, you need to take a second look at that. Why do you want friendships that are not going to help you glow up? Because this is the process that we're in, right? We are in this friendship breakup glow up. And the way I can relate to this personally, because again, I mentioned I'm in this weird, awkward, interesting transitional period of my life where I'm going through a lot of friendship shifts. They're not breakups, so to say, but I'm seeing a lot of dynamics in my friendships change. And again, I've had friends since high school, college. I'm 26 now. I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to do the math and embarrass myself here. But that's a long ass time, okay? I'm a loyal girl. I have friends for a long ass time in my life. Of course, friendship dynamics are going to change. Friendship dynamics are going to shift. That's completely normal. But in order for me to glow up, right? In order for me to embrace my most iconic self, and I'm on this journey of it, I need to come to terms with the friendships that are not benefiting me. And you know what? For me personally, I'm struggling with this. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Step 3 has not only been one of the most important parts of this glow up process from a friendship breakup, but it's also been one of the hardest parts for me. I'm used to going through the hard stuff of realizing what you did wrong and applying it to the other things. Yeah, I'm good at that. Okay? I got really good at that after getting my heart broken through a letter in a box, okay? We understand, we get that. But this right here of taking that step back and evaluating each friendship and seeing what it brings to your life and the value, so on and so forth, like that's hard. Even though I know that the friendship has shifted or that maybe it is time, like that friendship has run its course, it's hard for me to say goodbye. That's a hard realization to come to, especially when it's friendships that are decades, years long. You know deep down what you need to do, but sometimes you don't want to do it. And I get it. It's like that's what I'm struggling with right now. But in this third step, it requires you to really ask yourself those questions and evaluate each friendship in your life because you're on this trajectory of just leveling up emotionally and mentally and embracing your most iconic self. And in order for you to keep going on that trajectory, you need to surround yourself with a supportive, aligned community. You'll be happy to know, Radiant Icons, that the hardest part of the friendship breakup glow up is behind us. Okay, so now let's go to step 4. Step 4 is rooted in healing. As I mentioned in season 1, and as I keep on saying, and I know you guys are sick of it, but healing isn't linear. Healing is a roller coaster. There's upside down, twists and turns. It makes it a thrilling ride to be on. And I think the core of finding peace is in accepting the imperfectly iconic journey of healing. Of course, you're going to have moments of bitterness, of wishfulness, of what could have been if you guys kept working on it, right? All of those feelings and emotions and thoughts, they are all valid and it's going to happen. And sometimes it may feel like backsliding, but that is just part of the process. You can't regress on this healing journey. You can only truly, truly go forward. There is no regression that is happening when you feel these other emotions, thoughts, and feelings. that come up in this healing process. One of the things that I did personally when emotions came to the surface or memories came back, I just wrote it out. And I know you guys are probably so tired of me saying this, but journaling really is so therapeutic for me. Writing allows me to come to terms with every thought that is going on in my brain because there's a lot of shit that's going on in there. And for me, the challenge was writing everything out and not going back to correct it because I'm also a perfectionist. So I'm going to want to go back and make sure that everything makes sense. But you know what? The point wasn't that. The point was for me to write out every thought and feeling that was coming to the surface. I needed to get it out, letting all those feelings and thoughts go really really does help, and it allows you to continue to find peace in this new chapter as you're glowing up and leveling up. All right, radiant icons, that is your tea time sesh for today. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, to leave a rating, a review, to tell your friends about us, to tell everyone and anyone, because we love more radiant icons in our iconic community of ours. I am literally so excited for next week's tea time sesh. It has been a topic that I have been dying to share with you guys ever since literally the premiere last year on March 27th of 2024. I have been waiting for this tea time sesh that will be live next week. It is the Breakup Bible, your guide to surviving heartbreak. We are talking about how to mend your broken heart after a romantic breakup. And if there is anyone qualified to share her tips and tricks on how to get over a traumatic breakup, how to get over heartbreak, I think it's me. I think a letter in a box, you know, helped me in that process. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. I am so excited. So I will chat with you guys next week. Remember, Radiant Icons, dare to be iconic. Bye.